Time for another episode of my Corinth Let's Play series. Corinth isn't doing great, to be honest. Its income is atrocious. Its Sacrilegious band, the most important army, was just defeated, very near Athens, and a diplomat took away their movement point, so they weren't able to get out of the Athenian territory. The champions of Nike are raiding over here. Public order is not great in Torone or Korinthos, but looks like it's turning around, and I want to keep my garrison down here in Torone. There are many Athenian ships around. The plan now is to go for Zakynthos. I have gotten a tip that I should increase taxation increase taxation for a turn or two to quickly make some money and start reducing the taxes when public order becomes a problem. But the problem is, and the reason why I haven't done this, is because if you look, you can only set tax level on faction-wide basis. So if I set my taxes higher now, then now my tax effects are neutral, or -5 public order and a neutral effect on growth. If I increase my tax levels, I'm going to make 1200 in the next turn, but that's going to give me -12 public order, and in Halkidiki, that means Halkidiki. I think it's pronounced Halkidiki. Then I'm going to have a rebellion on my hands in Halkidiki. So let's have a look at Halkidiki. Yeah, if I increase the taxation this turn, I don't tax... Well, I am taxing this province. So I could exempt this province. If I exempt Halkidiki from tax, I am actually going to go into the negative, so I'm not going to do that. I might disband some units. I don't want to expand my Rhodians, because I absolutely love these guys. But I might have to disband them, and the archers are just... Okay, well, I'll do this. I'll merge a few archer units. Anything and everything to save my Rhodians. I will merge the depleted archer units. I will disband the javelin men. I will also... Well, how long is it going to take? I'm going to disband... No, I'm not going to disband it, because that unit is fairly expensive to recruit. Quite happy with what Sparta and the Boiotian League is doing over here, laying siege to Chalkis. And you'll hear me trying to butcher all kinds of Greek pronunciations, because there have been some cool Greek people that have told me how to pronounce the different Greek names. And it's a bit funny, because my native language is Norwegian. And the way we pronounce Greek names are very similar to what the Greek names are in Greek. We also call people from Greece Greeks, of course, but we call the country Hellas, which I believe the native Greeks also do. There's also a more ancient name for Greece in Norwegian. It's Grekenland. And that is also fairly similar, I believe, to how the Greeks would pronounce it. But just correct me if I'm wrong about that, because foreign languages is not my forte at all. So, but it's nice that you tell me how to pronounce the names, because I think it is cool. Like, try to pronounce the Boiotian League. It's the way it was pronounced in ancient Greek, I believe, would be the Boiotian League, something like that. But if we try to pronounce these names in English with English phonetics, they're going to sound really, really weird. It's sort of like Macedon and Macedon. It's just a different way of pronouncing the same letters. So yeah, it is cool to try to pronounce the names the way they are supposed to be pronounced, I think. But if people don't, no biggie. It can be a bit snobby to expect a random gamer on YouTube to be able to pronounce ancient languages perfectly. Even the Creative Assembly butchers the names in their videos. Not that that's an excuse, but... Okay, another military disruption. I only have money to send an envoy to the Olympics, and I want to do at least that. I really hope I'll be able to get my army outside of the Athenian territory, and I'm not. This dignitary is just wrecking the Sacrilegious band with negative effects. Lamprocles is sober. And where is Lamprocles? Okay, he's staying in Tirone, and he's a sober man, which his troops don't like, I guess. Raiding going on. My income is still atrocious. So when winter hits, I'm going to have massive issues with my income. So it looks like since this army is being so effectively neutralized by this dignitary, I'm just going to disband. Well, actually, I'm going to disband my Rhodians over here because they are more expensive than my Rhodians down there. It hurts me. It pains me to do this. There is an enemy army here, but I have in the garrison, I have 2 hoplites, 2 archers, and 1 hoplite, 3 militia hoplites, and 2 javelin men. So that might be enough to hold the settlement. Oh, it just hurts so much disbanding these Rhodians. I'll see if I can. I'll see if I can hold off on doing that for a few more turns. Might be a bad idea. But Zakynthos, I'll try to double time it over to Zakynthos. And if I merge, I can't merge the navies, but I'll check if I can merge the army with the navy. No, I can't, so okay. But if I do a naval invasion here, I'll try. Do I have any cavalry? Because the cavalry will obviously be dismounted. I have 1 cavalry unit. Unless I don't remember what the enemy garrison looks like, so I'll just have a look. Well, it looks like I'm going to attack Zakynthos. A naval invasion. The first naval invasion in the series. I don't want to fight it out with the garrison fleet. I just want to get my men ashore as quickly as possible. And I have about, I believe, 1,300, 1,400 men against a garrison army of 1,000, which should work if I don't mess up too badly. I don't want any nasty weather effects. I want nice dry weather. And I want to avoid the enemy navy. I don't want to fight it out in a naval engagement. I want to take them on the shore. Just send my ships ashore there. Actually, I'm going to try something. If I keep my javelin men out at sea, is the enemy navy going to try to get at my javelin men, or are they going to go and disembark? Here we have some transports, and I really need to get the transports ashore. It doesn't look like the enemy navy is going to go for my transport, so that's good. I'll just fast forward until everything has disembarked. And here we go with the Agrianians and the Rhodians. I don't know if there's enough room on the shore for me to disembark all my guys. It looks like there is, actually. So, a bit too close to the enemy for comfort there, but I will try to make it work. My first navy has disembarked. Ideally, I want to use the superior range of my Rhodians to destroy the enemy missile units, and if I'm able to do that, then the rest of the battle should be easy. So that's Agony Duck. Agony Duck hasn't been very active in Total War Rome 2. He's a very good player, well known from Shogun, one of the best players, some would say the best player in Shogun 2. And he's playing in the Scan Invitational today, which should be interesting. There's a mix of matchups between people who are very active in the game currently, and between people who have been active but haven't been as active lately. Still think that the players like, especially Agony Duck, he is... in terms of game knowledge, he is very good. He knows about unit stats, different effects in a way that few other players do. I think his micro is never going to be bad, but lack of practice is going to make it's going to be interesting to see how well he has been able to keep up his micro while not playing as many tournaments as, for example, the Prussian Prince has, or especially Llewellyn of Agartha and Baylor and these players. They have been very active in competitive Total War Rome 2, so I'm really looking forward to seeing that the Scan Invitational there. Some people would say that the best players have not been invited. Some of the best players have absolutely been invited, but the thing with these invitationals is that many of the players will only be known to the multiplayer community. And I have been giving Lionheart and Dogbert a bit of flack for commenting on a multiplayer tournament, because neither of them are tournament players, neither of them are competitive multiplayer gamers. But I don't really mind them doing it, because the main thing is creating an interesting stream that people enjoy watching, and you don't need to be a super good player to do that. As long as people enjoy the stream and think it looks fun, then that's the main thing. And I think Lionheart and Dogbert are going to be able to provide that for the less than hardcore players of Total War Rome 2, and the hardcore players will always be in a minority. So hopefully the stream will be good and fun for the more casual people, and maybe that will get them interested in more competitive multiplayer, which I hope, of course, that they will. I'm not super interested in single player myself. I'm more of a multiplayer guy lately. I have been playing tons of single player before, but it always came down to just enjoying the battles, like the empire management and stuff like that. If you want a good empire management experience, think that Europa Universalis is a better, and Crusader Kings is a much better game for that aspect. The Total War games have always been good to me due to the battles. It's the battles that I really, really enjoy. So I'm trying to take out some javelin men with the Rhodians. I should get charged here. When they've taken a bit of casualties, I should get charged, and then I'll rush in with my hoplites and such. Javelin men are going down nicely. They're also taking down the Marines, and the Marines are a strong unit. So maybe time to focus on the archers now, because the archers are more dangerous than the javelins because of the range. They also don't have shields, so they're going to go down super quick. But the archers here are able to, the archer marines are able to get in range of my Rhodians, because they can fire in an arc. So just going to pull away my Rhodians from that engagement. Try to pull the archer marines closer, and I'll actually go and destroy these archer marines here first, because slingers are just going to absolutely murder archer marines. Get a few shots off, and that should be it for the archer marines. There we go. Another unit of archer marines. I'm going to... oh, get the hell out of there, guys. They went a bit too close for comfort there. Lost a lot of Rhodians. These guys should go down to arrow fire very effectively. Try to get at the archer marines. I'm not going to give attack orders, I'm just going to move them close enough, because if I give attack orders here, what's going to happen is that they're going to move way too close to the archers. Because if they're aiming for the center of the unit, that means that they have to get closer than the unit is actually standing, so that can be a bit of a problem. Doing good damage to the Marines. I'm almost out of ammunition on my Rhodians, but I still have a lot of ammunition on my Javelins, on my Archers. So this battle should be fairly easily won. Just send in my Archers to do some more damage at range. It looks like the Rhodians are going to be able to take out the Marines, and that was important. So more Archers. My Archer Marines are not going to like this, but I do have more of them. So the enemy Archers are going down. Very nice. And I should start surrounding the... I think there are some hoplites on the field for my enemy. So ideally I want to engage the hoplites with my picked hoplites, and then go in with the javelins and the arrows and fire at their backs. So let's see if we can make that work. Can't really see where the enemy is, but I'm guessing they are camping around the... Whoop, there we are. Oh shit. Sending in my hoplites and my hoplites actually. My picked hoplites should do well here. Might not be the best idea to play at fast forward, but the games are just going to take so long if I don't, so I'll take the micro mistakes. Might be some nice practice. Firing at the rear of the militia hoplites with archers, it's going to take them down super quickly. Not a lot of enemy units left on the field now. I want to take care of the javelins, so I can move my own javelins in. And look at this nice trajectory my archers are able to get here. Very nicely done. Huh. Is this new for the Wrath of Sparta? Because I don't remember archers being able to fire in this high of an arc in the vanilla game. They might be able to, but that was very nicely done. The enemy general, my picked hoplites, more than a match for him. Here there are some other hoplites, and oh, get away, get away, get away! Get away! I'll send in the picked hoplites, kite away here, and then I'll go and flank with my militia hoplites. I'll just keep kiting away here. Move the javelin men in to throw some javelins. It looks like they're just going to rout due to the army losing. And look at the armored marines, they are doing a lot of damage to the hoplites. Very nice. Now I just want to take some captives to help my economy. Too bad that I don't have light cavalry to do this, but because the cavalry is dismounted. So let's just quit the battle. Decisive victory, skirmishing for the win. Didn't really lose much, getting a lot of nice kills on these archer marines. And Zakynthos is down. No Athenian navies in the area. Looting would give me a lot of money here. Occupying is going to give -30. And how is the public order isn't bad in Zakynthos at the moment. So you know what? I'm just going to occupy it. My admirals got some nice experience out of that battle. And I will demolish the muster field. Zakynthos wasn't a rich province, but it gave me some additional income. This is an admiral, so I want to have +5 campaign map movement range. That's not bad. Melee attack skill for all units. Since he's not of my faction, I believe, I'm going to give him the Pathfinder. He's unsure about the underworld and he's worried. Don't really care about that. Soak it up, you pussy. Ammunition for all units. That's nice to have. Let's try to move them into... They don't have the movement available to get into the settlement, unfortunately. Melee attack skill for all units. He's Polyleoktos is a general, so I like the fighter generals to increase their seal, increase the damage of the general's bodyguard. That's going to be huge with Pictocrates as a general's bodyguard. So gained a bit of income from doing that, and I am tempted to disband this light cavalry unit, but it's so cheap at the moment, so I'm not going to do that. Public order is dropping in Torone. I don't have any buildings on the way that are going to help increase public order. Let's have a look at the settlement here to see why they are unhappy. Buildings that increase squalor, provincial instability -15, cultural differences, taxes, slaves. So I'm actually getting some reduced public order due to slaves, but just -1 isn't enough. It's going to take a few turns until I get in the red. But what I am going to try is I had a nice general here that's going to give +10 public order in a local province. And if I recruit that guy, and since I have the bread and games edict issued, that should give me a nice bonus to public order. And I am kind of tempted to just disband Brasidas to save some money. I'm going to do that. Gave me 200. I'm going to disband one of my admirals as well, to increase my funds a bit. And the champions of Amphibious, let's have a look at which party he is in. He's in the populist party, and the populist party is very popular. So Peisestramos is going to be disbanded. I only need one navy down here, I think. It's going to help my income a bit. And Nopaktos, we're going to have a rebellion on our hands soon. I'm going to exempt the region from tax to try and increase public order a bit. I don't need to exempt Ambracia from tax. Zakynthos, I'm going to exempt Zakynthos from tax. And Korinthos has good public order. I just really need to get the Sacrilegious band out of there, and that dignitary isn't going to allow me to do it. Let's see if I can use my noble. It's Socrates, but I don't have a good chance to do much to him. I have 29% to coerce him, but I don't want to use my funds for that just now. And I think we'll end this. I think I'll end this let's play here, because the next turn is going to be a bit of administration, getting into Zakynthos, building a new building there. And I took Zakynthos, which I'm happy about. Public order is stabilizing. My income isn't great, but it should start to improve in the coming turns. Let's see if there's anything else I can do before ending this episode. I obviously want to get the Sacrilegious band out of the Athenian territory and back into Korinthos. When I have stabilized Zakynthos, I'm going to go over and take Corcyra. But Corcyra has a very strong, or Horcyra, maybe Horcyra, Corcyra has a very strong army guarding it, the brave companions. So I might hold off on taking Corcyra. Let's have a look at the diplomatic standings. If I can start trading with anyone. Thessalian League does not like me. Rhodes does not like me at all. The Persian Empire obviously doesn't like me. Macedon does not like me. Horcyra does not like me at all. Elis is very friendly, but I can't establish a trade route to their capital, unfortunately. Athena, of course, hates my guts, and I hate Athens, so that's fine. And I think we will, I think we will end this replay here. Another episode coming up tomorrow, where I hope to stabilize this province and go and attack the Athenian holdings a bit further up here. Try to expand this way, and now I have wrested this side of the coast from Athenian control, which is nice. Should see less Athenian navies popping up here. It's going to be quite the sail for them to get around here, and then they have to sail through Spartan waters, and I guess they don't want to do that too much. Sparta is doing a nice job of holding off Athenian forces over here, together with the Boiotian League. And so I think Korinthos is safe for now. I think the best way to expand would be if... It looks like Chalkis was captured by the Boiotian League, which is nice. So Athens is in dire straits. I think I would like to expand... Yeah, I think I would like to expand further up here. And remove Athens from this side of the map as well. Very strong Byzantine army there, or navy. Is that a navy or it's transport? So it will be interesting to see where that army is going to land. So anyway, like I said, the Scan Invitational is happening today. I believe it's GMT1. I will put a link to the official stream where the games will be happening. There will be two separate streams. One will be commented on by Lionheart and Dogbert, and the other will be commented on by Indie Pride and Gamer Dudester. Should be a lot of fun. There are some great matchups. There will also be a show match between Heir of Carthage and the Prince of Macedon. I know there are a lot of people have been calling for that match for ages to see who is the real MLG YouTuber. So yeah, we'll end the episode here to not make it too lengthy. Thanks for watching. Strength and honor.